Welcome to this edition of Kahani Bar. I'm Malika, and today I invite you to step into a new collection of stories titled Whispers from Old Delhi, written by Neerja K. Stories born in narrow lanes, fading light, and lingering memories. And the first whisper we bring to you is the horrors of Paranthe Wali Gali. It was after midnight when Rahul stepped out of Chandni Chowk metro station. There were not many people on that last metro. It was kind of eerie. He glanced around and found himself alone, walking out onto the main road. The winter air was struggling to sneak into his jacket. He put his hands in his jacket pockets and held the jacket close to his body. The bazaar, usually bursting with life, now lay in an uncanny quietness. He had returned to Delhi after 10 years, determined to document the hauntings of old markets for his new podcast. He had come here 2 days back during the day to chat with random elderly residents to find the reality about the rumors of ghostly nightlife in the narrow lanes of Chandni Chowk. He was told that the whispering whole area belonged to the ghosts at night. They were everywhere, only that you couldn't see them, but you certainly could feel them. However, some claimed to have had ghostly encounters now and then. Every local he spoke to had warned him.
बेटा पराठे वाली गली रात में नहीं जाना.
Avoid going to Paranthe Wali Gali at night. These warnings had sparked his curiosity into a burning flame. He was determined to do the forbidden. So here he was, walking alone on the deserted road that looked eerier in the winter fog or smog. The street lights were on, but the light from them could barely penetrate through the thick smog. And then he entered the narrow lane of the famous Paranthe Wali Gali. During the daytime, fragrant with ghee, laughter and sizzling tawas, now smelled of smoke and something metallic. The daytime hustle and bustle was all gone. The shutters of the shops on both sides of the lane were down, secured with padlocks. There was echoing silence. Rahul was alone. There was not a soul around. Or were there many souls, I mean? Rahul's heart started to beat faster and faster with every step he took forward. He basically did not believe in ghosts and was expecting nothing whatsoever. But some kind of chill was surrounding him, which was different from the winter chill. He had covered half the lane uneventfully when he suddenly noticed that the rest of the lane was draped in darkness. He looked back. The lane behind him was lit by the streetlights, but the portion of the lane in front was drenched in darkness. It was odd indeed. He kept going despite a fear that rose in his entire being now. Then he saw a bright light at the end of the darkness. He increased his pace. That shop was certainly open, he thought. He was right. One shop, only one shop was open. As he got closer, he saw a rusted board creaking above the open shop, hanging at an angle. Gopal ke parathe, since 1872. Inside the shop sat a thin old man with white hair, dressed in spotless white dhoti kurta. With his back to Rahul, he was kneading the dough for the parathas in a large parhat, and mashed potatoes were kept on one side, ready for the filling of the parathas. The hearth was in full blaze. A huge iron tawa was resting on it, and the atmosphere was filled with an appetizing aroma of the spices and ghee. He seemed harmless, but then, as he turned to face Rahul, he saw his eyes. His eyes were kind of glazed, glowing and blank, without any life in them. Rahul stumbled and thought he would pass out. But then the strange man smiled and said in a voice that belonged from somewhere else, too smooth for his age,
आओ बेटा, आज का स्पेशल पराठा खाओ.
"Come, son, have today's special paratha." Rahul hesitated. It was then that he noticed that the shop was lit with a large lantern. The light from it was so strong that he had been able to read the crooked board. He had landed in a different century. A century without electricity. A part of him wanted to run back, but he could not do it. Something forced him to stay. He found his voice and asked, "But aren't all shops closed at night?" The old man smiled.
हम कभी बंद नहीं होते.
This is the only shop in this entire Paranthe Wali Gali that never closes. What do you say these days? Yes, we are at your service 24/7. He laughed in eerie laughter and gave Rahul a stool to sit on. Something in his laughter unsettled Rahul, but he sat down on the stool. The old man began kneading the dough with an unusual rhythm, humming an old tune. As he cooked, Rahul noticed the walls of the shop. They weren't decorated with photographs of celebrities, leaders, or freedom fighters like the original shops. These walls held portraits of unknown people, but all of them appeared pale, hollow-eyed, as though something had drained them. The old man served him some hot parathe, golden, crisp, stuffed with that aromatic filling. The smell was hypnotic. Before he could stop himself, Rahul took the first bite. It was hot, delicious, and soft. The bite kind of melted in his mouth. Then, a sudden chill crawled up his spine. He felt dizzy, lightheaded, like something was leaving him. He felt sweat trickling down his neck. The old man watched him closely. "Do you like the taste of my special parathe?" Rahul gasped. What? What did you put in it?" The old man leaned closer. His breath smelled of burnt metal, the best ingredient of them all. Rue. Soul. Darkness swallowed the shop. The portraits on the walls glowed and began to whisper. Low, desperate, hungry. "Please, Kaka, give us the parathe. We beg you, feed us. We are hungry." The old man laughed. The old man's body started changing. His back straightened unnaturally. His skin stretched tight. His eyes turned blank white like boiled milk. The old man had turned into some creature. Rahul stumbled backward. 100 years ago, the creature's voice echoed. This lane thrived on taste. People lined up for my parathe. My shop was the busiest. My parathe the best. Others were jealous of me. One day, a fire broke out. All shops were gutted. All cooks perished. Except me. I stayed. I was not going to leave my shop. The old man, or whatever it was, twisted his fingers into long skeletal shapes. I lived, because I fed on more than flour and ghee. I fed on the souls of those who loved my food. Rahul's pulse pounded. The creature continued in his icy voice. This shop opens only for the hungry dead and the foolish living. You came looking for a story. Now you become one. The whispers grew deafening as the creature's skeletal fingers brushed the back of his neck. Ahead of him floated a rippling surface. Thin, fog-like, yet solid, like a curtain of darkness. Rahul charged at it. The wall resisted at first, thick, suffocating, trying to push him back into the nightmarish lane. Then, with a sound like cracking ice, it split open. He tumbled forward and fell face first onto warm stone. A familiar smell hit him. Ghee, fresh dough and frying potatoes. He lifted his head slowly. He was back in the actual Paranthe Wali Gali. The narrow street glowed with the soft golden light of the dawn as the first shopkeepers opened their shutters. A boy swept the front of a shop. Someone called out for chai. Life. Human life. He was back in his time. A shopkeeper chuckled. अरे भैया, रात को यहाँ क्या कर रहे थे? मना किया था ना? Rahul couldn't reply. He looked back. The spot where he had burst through the wall of darkness was now just an ordinary wall plastered with posters, and in the center of the wall was a lone shop, old and rusted shutter, pulled down, with a large rusted padlock. He walked slowly to the man who had asked him. What had he been doing walking here in this lane during the night? Rahul hesitated, and then asked, pointing to the old shuttered shop. When will that shop open? Never. It has been locked for decades. Or maybe centuries, who knows? They say that Gopal made the tastiest parathe, and people were addicted to his parathe. Till one day, it was found that he used to add afim to the dough. His shop, along with the others, got gutted in a massive fire back then. Gopal vanished. The legend says that he is still around, and he opens his shop during the night. No one ventures here after the shops close for the day. Rahul was shocked. Oh, that was the special ingredient. The soul that he was referring to. He looked back at the rusted shutter one last time. No shadows, no whispers. But from deep within the shuttered shop he had escaped, he heard one faint, metallic clang. As if a tawa had just been turned over. Rahul backed away, whispering to himself, "Some stories you shouldn't chase. They should be left alone." And as the sun warmed his face, he walked back into the living world, grateful, shaken, and forever changed. This is Malika signing off. Keep listening to stories on Kahani Bar. If you enjoy our narrations, please follow, share, and leave a review. It helps us bring more stories to life. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep listening. Take care.